Hello, lovely people. Welcome to another episode of the Noble Woman Show. Today's interview is going to be so interesting. When somebody says that she's a social development consultant, what does that mean? Do you know what the person does? Today's guest is going to share a lot with us with regards to that. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Are you planning a trip or you're going for a holiday with a lot of destinations all over the world? Just decide on where you want to go and see Ryan Travels will take you there. We offer UAE visa, air ticketing, tour packages, hotel reservations, corporate travels, and many more. You can contact Ryan Travels on 0264 623 091 or 0302408067. You can email Ryan Travels at c.ryantravels@gmail.com. Ryan Travels. You pack, we plan.
Anna Herbal and Skin Clinic. One would nam abefo quite so essa and yarwebi to say stroke, diabetes, typhoid, infertility, bone injuries, any yaria ahodwinina. Sabon honam any enyarwan so stretch marks, enkocha, one more eternity, one more OPD, or more lab, baby I heard, nipa moja, any ya junso, wopese was so eti. Relieve fatigue, nina yanu a year mojuma or hey kwanya, wube huyen, watema, Committee 11, General Hospital, Quantum Ponwa. Bra wapa Shell filling station ho pepe. Ubetimi afraye. Ewo 0508 261 725 and 0244 884 793.
Anna Herbal and Skin Clinic. Ejuma Darko 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. When you are number stretch marks hamu and as a fibroid na how odi ebra Anna Herbal and Skin Clinic a bit to Moya and Yamidi Mebeko.
Alma Herbal and Skin Clinic. Yambo taye any Ghana for apomudin.
Welcome back from the break. This is still the Noble Women Show. The show is proudly brought to you by Ryan Travels. We plan, you pack. Alna Herbal and Skin Clinic, your health our priority. Destiny Multimedia, transforming lives. And Viv Aqua Natural Mineral Water, your natural mineral water. My hair was styled by Lizzie Beauty Center. You can locate her at Mataheko opposite 1+1, and you can contact her on the numbers on your screens. Today we are going to be talking to Mrs. Lucy Owusu Darko. She's a retired teacher and she's a social development consultant. So let's get into the interview and have a chat with her. Welcome, Mommy, to the Noble Woman Show.
Thank you very much, dear.
Okay, so when we say Mrs. Lucy Owusu Darko, who is she?
Lucy Owusu Darko. That's me. Born Lucy Owusu. 60+ years ago.
Oh, okay.
And I'm married with 4 lovely children, adult children, and grandchildren too.
Okay.
Yes.
How many grandchildren?
I have 2 lovely grandsons.
Okay, so let's get into your career. You are now a retired teacher.
No, I retired long ago. Actually, I trained initially as a graduate teacher at Cape Coast University, teaching geography and general paper and social studies later when the school system was changed. And then after 18 years of teaching, I decided to go back to school to retrain myself. So I went to do my master's at RIPS at Legon, Regional Institute for Population Studies. It's a UN institute.
Okay.
Yes.
So did you teach after?
Afterwards, no, I didn't teach. I was still with the Ghana Education Service, and I was seconded to the Ministry of Education.
Oh, okay.
Yes, as a deputy director in one of the departments before branching into the NGO world, and I've been there ever since. So I retired from the NGO world 6 years ago.
And with respect to the NGO world, what were you doing?
In development work, I ran a number of programs. I started off as a senior program officer, but when I was leaving, I was the deputy country representative for OIC International. It's an American NGO.
Okay.
Yes, and we ran a number of programs for USAID, for Ghana AIDS Commission, for different international organizations.
Okay. Okay. And so how was working in that agency like?
I really enjoyed it. And I'm glad, I shifted to the NGO world. I enjoyed my teaching. It was very fulfilling because I love working with young people. But it was a different perspective that I went into the NGO world. I was wondering whether I was going to enjoy it, but it was just wonderful.
Okay.
Yes, because we work with different groups of people. And that's where I got to work with persons living with HIV and AIDS.
Oh.
Yes, and their families, because we run programs. One of the flagship programs of USAID we called HOPE, run by OIC International in almost all the regions in the country. Yes, apart from the northern regions and Volta region, we were everywhere.
Okay.
Yes, and it was a very successful program. We worked with persons living with HIV and AIDS and their families, providing support, both psychosocial support, psychosocial support. So we organized what we call support group meetings for them. We made them form support groups so that they could support themselves, because most of these persons were not getting the necessary support from family and from communities, And some of them even had the thought of committing suicide. But these support groups were just so helpful because they met their colleagues who were in similar situations. They exchanged stories and that kind of thing. We provided scholarships to their children and wards, and to learn so many trades.
Okay.
And some of them continued even onto the university.
Okay.
So we have lots of success stories from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's get into you being a social development consultant.
Yeah.
And what made you branch into that career path?
Yes. So like I said, I went to do my master's in population studies, which is a wide area. You do a lot under population studies, a very interesting course. And so when I finished, a friend of mine said, Lucy, with your background, why don't you join the NGO field? Because I'm sure you'll really enjoy yourself there, enjoy the work. So I did. I took on the challenge. And truly, you get a lot of satisfaction because you see results. For example, I also conduct training. I'm a trainer.
Okay.
Capacity building.
Okay.
I do a lot of capacity building for international NGOs in other countries in Africa. And then I also do it for some local NGOs in Ghana. Yes. And for example, I have this training for women's leadership in a country. You have a group of young women coming in, some very shy, you see the confidence level is so low. And at the end, before we end, these women who would not even can't look at you in the face when you're asking a question, offer to make presentations, and you get a lot of satisfaction because yes, you have made an impact on their lives. And we can see it every time, You see people, for example, the persons living with HIV/AIDS that we supported in Ghana, some of them one of them is one of our leading ambassadors.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you've seen Gifty Tokonu on the billboards.
Yeah.
That's her.
Okay.
Shy, didn't have any hope. I hope you can interview her sometime.
Mrs. Lucy Owusu Darko, let's get into some issues and social development. Now, what do you think are some of the social development issues that needs attention?
Some of them are maternal health. It's a major one. We are improving, but we still have a long way to go. Early marriage is another. We are improving, but we also have a long way to go. Reproductive health and rights, it's another area. And then gender equality is another area.
Okay, so let's take some of these issues. Issues like early marriage. Can you share with us a little bit on how we can address such issues with regards to early marriage?
Yeah. You know, early marriage, you can't really blame the communities where early marriage is practiced. That is what they came to see.
Okay.
But we want to improve upon things so that everybody in the definition of social development gets a dignified life. That is why we are tackling the issue of early marriage. Because some children are put into marriage without their consent. Some are even, betrothed when they are born. Yes. And so, customs. So it means that we have to sit down with the communities concerned. Some of the community elders, the chiefs and so on, where this is practiced on a large scale, are doing very well. But we still need to do a lot of education, a lot of convincing and explanation, you see. All right. Now, this free secondary education, senior high school education, is going to, I know that when stock is taken in a year or two's time, we are going to get a drastic reduction in early marriage. Why? Because a lot of these children go there, are married out because of poverty. He's finished JHS, she's finished, they don't have money to continue. So somebody comes, I'll marry your child, take care of her. Poor couple, okay, go ahead. 15, 16-year-old is given out. She's finished JHS. Some of them even don't finish. But with this free SHS, a lot of children are going to go to seniors. And when they get, their appetite is whet. Educational appetite, is whet. After senior high school, nobody can force them
to marry. How do you think we could address issues concerning HIV?
You know, some years back, Ghana had very beautiful programs on HIV because we had the funding. Now the funding, external funding, is not coming. And we are not getting enough. I think the Ghanaians Commission is not getting enough from the government. I think they have to diversify their source of funding. Maybe work more with the corporate bodies so that we have more of public-private partnership to have programs. Because if we do not do that, that nice, beautiful curve where we were going down is going to start coming up again. Because you know something, my dear, for those children aged between, let's say, 15 to 24, or 15 to 20, they did not have that education that their older brothers and sisters had. Okay. Right now, and because I'm in the development, I speak to a lot of young people. You ask them a question and they don't know. They just don't know how to take the precautions, the necessary precautions.
Do you think it's because the HIV campaign and all those campaigns that used to go on radio and TV has been
that is
on hold
it.
For a while?
Yes, on radio, in public places and all that. It's gone down.
And you think it should have been continues.
That is it, my dear. And so, but we can't sit down to wait for government to bring money. All right? If every individual, every group, if the faith-based organizations play their role by having little programs, just get people out there to come and give little talks, printouts. Some of these corporate bodies can just reprint some of these educational materials and let's send them out. If everybody were to play his or her role, drivers and so on, that is what I do here. In my own small way, I have programs for drivers who come to Malam Station, and I work with Ghana's Commission, so they give me condoms, and we do free distribution, and we give them education. All right? It doesn't take much. It does not take much.
With this new virus, this coronavirus around, do you think people will have time to do something in regards to HIV?
Well, but we shouldn't let go of the HIV. But now the thing is coronavirus, and that is what we have to pay very much attention to. Listen to what they're telling us. They say we should wash our hands regularly, as many times as you can. We're not supposed to touch our faces. We should use hand sanitizers and so on and so forth. Cleanliness, general cleanliness is the key. So we have to also pay attention there. But we should not forget HIV.
Some challenges that you've had in your career and throughout all these years, some of the challenges you've had and how you were able to overcome them.
Okay. When we were running the HIV and AIDS program, one of the major challenges we had was that some of these traditional healers would claim that they have treatments or cures even for the HIV. And this became a big challenge. Some of the prayer camps would say, come, let's pray for you, and that they've been able to cure, HIV and AIDS. We all believe in prayer, yes. But you see, at the end of the day, you have to match the two, prayer with action. You see, yes. Whilst you're praying, you continue with your treatment. I will tell you that we have lost a lot of persons living with HIV to AIDS because of the work of these people. So what we did in my organization was to bring them on board. So we came up with programs where we tried to train the traditional healers and some of these prayer camps, and we worked with them. We said, treat them, but please let them also come for education and continue with their ARTs. You see?
So that was a challenge?
It was a big challenge in the beginning.
Because it was preventing those with the virus from coming for their treatment. Because they believed that prayer
could heal them. That is it. It was a very big challenge whilst we were running this. But in our own small way, we were able to bring quite a few of them on board in the regions that we were working with. Yes. So this, bringing them on board sort of helped us to overcome some of these, this major challenge.
What would you say are some of the achievements that you have made in your career so far?
Achievements. I think this is one achievement.
Yeah.
This is an achievement. And the fact that lives have been changed. Apart from providing them with education and all that on HIV and AIDS, we also empowered them economically.
Okay.
Those living with HIV. Because some of them did not even know where the next meal came from.
Let's hear from some of the people that Mrs. Owusu Darko has made impacts in their lives.
Good evening, my name is Gideon Amankwa. I am one of the beneficiaries of the Youth Support Foundation. I had educational support from the foundation, thanks to the Almighty God and Mommy Lucy who made this possible. I enjoy this support right from my senior high school level to university. And now today, here am I working as an external auditor with Ghana Audit Service. It is a dream come true. Ma'am, God bless you.
Hello, my name is Darko. I'm a person living with HIV. I have known my status for the past 17 years now. I just want to share the impact Mrs. Lucy Owusu Darko, the then country deputy rep of OIC, made in my life. They made me understood that living with HIV is not the end of my life. I thought my life has come to an end, but they built my capacity. They empowered me. Today I am a celebrity. I am open with my status and I'm able to counsel newly diagnosed people living with HIV, and I am a model to them and have given them hope because I also have hope, and I'm a model of hope as well. I just want to thank her because she has made a very big impact in my life. I just want everybody to understand that making a positive impact in one life is the most important gift you can give to the person. God bless you all.
How do you feel hearing from people that you have made impacts in their lives with the way they are talking about you and how they're expressing their gratitude? How do you feel?
Well, it gives me a lot of satisfaction knowing that at least in my own small way I've been able to change somebody's life around.
Okay.
And I always tell them that just as how I helped you, you also have to help others, so that it becomes, we have that snowballing effect.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
it's so important.
Okay.
Because even in the Bible, the Lord said we'll always have vulnerable people in society, poor people,
Okay.
various forms in society. You know, with some people, it's not just poverty. They just need guidance. And if I'm able to provide that guidance for them to make a way, that gives me a lot of satisfaction.
Okay. We need to help people, no matter the kind of help you can give out. It shouldn't be necessarily money. They just need guidance sometimes. Sometimes just a little talk into the life of another person who needs help can transform the person's life. Don't go anywhere. This is still the Noble Woman Show. Be right back.
Are you planning a trip? Or you're going for a holiday with a lot of destinations all over the world? Just decide on where you want to go, and see Ryan Travels will take you there. We offer UAE visa, air ticketing, tour packages, hotel reservations, corporate travels, and many more. You can contact Ryan Travels on 0264 623 091 or 0302 408067. You can email Ryan Travels at c.ryantravels@gmail.com. Ryan Travels. You pack, we plan.
Herbal and Skin Clinic. One more nam abefo kwan so esa enyarewa bi to say stroke, diabetes, typhoid, infertility, bone injuries, ene yaria ahodo nyina. Sabon honam eni enyarewa so stretch marks, enkotwa, womo etenete, wono mo OPD, omo lab baby a yehwehwe nipa ye moja ene ye dwonso wo pese wo so ete. Relieve fatigue, ni nyina ye no eye ho adwuma wo. Hwehwe ye kira kwan a wo behu yen e wotema committee 11 General Hospital Quantempo no a bra wapa Shell filling station ne ho pepepe. Obetimi afreye e wo 0508 261 725 and 0244 884 793.
Alna Herbal and Skin Clinic. Ejuma Darko 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. When you are number stretch marks hamu and as a fibroid na how odi ebra Alna Herbal and Skin Clinic a bit to Maoya and Yamidi Mebeko.
Alma Herbal and Skin Clinic Yambo Taye and Ghana for Apomudin.
Welcome back from the break. This is still the Noble Woman Show, and we are talking to Mrs. Lucy Owusu Darko. Mrs. Owusu Darko, let's get into your life. How was growing up like for you as a young lady?
Well, you know, my parents, and I'm from a very closely knit family.
Okay. From which tribe are you?
I'm an Ashanti.
Full Ashanti.
Full Ashanti.
Hey, okay.
Full warrior. Yes. And my parents' Presbyterian training. So I'm sure you've heard of the Presbyterian training.
Yeah.
But my parents were very liberal.
Okay.
They were disciplinarians, but they were our best friends, my siblings and I.
Okay.
I had a brother, an older brother, and the girls were 4, we were 4, and I'm the oldest.
Okay.
And my parents were very particular about our education. I went to a Brigel Secondary School for my O-levels, and then Apam Secondary School for my A-levels. And my father, for example, did not treat me any differently from my brother.
Do you have a story that you want to share with us that you can say that by the grace of God I've been able to overcome this?
When I was young, we were growing up, there's one policy that my father always used to tell us, that we should abide by that policy. And that is, what is worth doing is worth doing well. What is worth doing is worth doing well. And so that is how I lived my life. And when you go into the Bible, you can find it there in Colossians 3:23. And that is what I always use to advise my young people, my children of course first, and then all young friends that I have. And it says, Colossians 3:23 says, whatever you do, do it with all your might, as if you're doing it for who? The Lord, and not for man. Because no matter what you do, somewhere along the line, you're going to get challenges. You're going to get people pulling you down. But that has always been my guiding principle. Colossians 3:23. That has been my guiding principle, and I'm going to live with it and die with it. Because without that, you can't make it. You see, at a point in time in my career, I had a boss who just, for the mere fact that I was his deputy and a lady, I think he didn't like it. You know, he would have preferred a male. But I didn't let it get to me. No. Of course, some points I must confess that I could blow my top. You know. And when I come home, I sometimes tell my husband, I wish I could change jobs. Then he says, if you change jobs, who wins? He's won. That's what he always said. So, you know, whatever you're doing, just have it at the back of your mind that it's the Lord you're doing it for. And this is an advice I would give to especially young people, especially young ladies. Because unfortunately, we have more challenges, ladies, more challenges, young ones, at a point in time than the gentlemen. All right? Yes. And therefore, whatever you're doing, it is the Lord you're pleasing, not man. Or if you don't take care, you will give up. It is not easy, but through prayer, it can be done.
Whatever you're doing, it is the Lord that you're pleasing. But through prayer, it can be done. This has been a very wonderful time on the Noble Woman Show. The show was brought to you by Sea Rhine Travels, We Plan, You Pack, Alna Herbal and Skin Clinic, your health our priority. Destiny Multimedia, transforming lives. And Babe Aqua Natural Mineral Water. Your natural mineral water. My hair was styled by Lizzie Beauty Center. You can locate her at Mateko opposite 1+1. Mommy, thank you so much for coming to the Noble Woman Show.
It's my pleasure.
It's been an awesome time with you here.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
And I loved speaking to you too.
Okay, this has been an awesome time here. My name is Pastor Gabriela. Don't miss next week's episode on the Noble Woman Show. Stay blessed.
Thank you.